Morning. So basically, for some reason, this fan had slid out. We got it pushed back, drove this whole assembly back, putting the bolts back in to lock it into place, and hopefully that's all there is to it. So if you missed it yesterday, I was planting wheat and this fan started making a lot of racket, and basically what was happening is rubbing really bad right here on the squirrel cage of the fan. Eventually it would have grenaded that fan. Ask me how I know. I did it last year. Last year I think it was a faulty product, but it was the same noise going on, so I figured we better check it, and I think we caught it in time. Got a little bit of carnage right there, but not too bad. Try this thing. We're still putting, we still haven't put the hoses back on, but we can try the fan and see if it's going to work before we do that. Here we go. We'll have to let it go for more than a second. I'm going to turn the flow down quite a bit. Didn't read. So apparently we had the sensor in the wrong spot. Like the fan sensor is not reading any speed. So today's video is sponsored by Factor. Just got my Factor box for the week. Show you guys how these packages come. I don't think I've actually opened one of the whole boxes on camera yet. So they come with this ice pack. I save these things. I don't know if you're supposed to, but they do work pretty good in coolers. Let's see what we have today. Creamy chicken parmesan, garlic rosemary pork chop, spinach and mushroom chicken thighs. That sounds good. Herb crusted chicken, and jalapeno lime cheddar chicken. I really like that one. So which one do we want to eat right now? We're in the middle of harvest season, and I'm eating one of these for breakfast because, well, it's convenient. Some might find it odd to eat chicken for breakfast. I don't. We're going with the jalapeno cheddar chicken. Ooh, probably better throw yesterday's trash away. So one of the things I really like about these Factor meals is how well they fit into the chaos of harvest. So hours are long and very unpredictable, and it's really nice to have a meal that is consistently delicious and warm. It's also cold out there. There's frost out there this morning. Hot meals taste delicious, especially when it's cold. This bad boy up. We gotta get to work because we are busy today too. We got grain bins to clean out and beans to harvest. But we need to be fueled. So the Factor meals, they are designed by chefs and dietitians, so we're going to be fueled with good quality nutrition. Instead of McDonald's, which I'll be honest, in harvest in years past, we've ate a lot of McDonald's. Now, if you are also a busy individual who values good food, and you would like to get a discount on your first Factor order, use code BFV50, which will have a link in the description with that info, to get 50% off your first Factor order. And then you can have yummy, delicious hot meals too. It's one of the nicest things about this building, being here. I have a microwave and a refrigerator. I have hot meals every day now. So what's everybody else's favorite meal? I know from the comments every time I do one of these Factor ads, or just eat a Factor meal, that a lot of you are signed up for Factor now. So what's your favorite meals? Let me know, so that way I know something else to try out. And if you're not signed up, again, you can use code BFV50 to get 50% off your first order. All right, we better get back to work now. So I got to fill up the seed tender. The planter is ready to roll. So yes, we can swing out this conveyor and load it, load the machine with it, or load the tender with it, but this is just way faster to climb up there and dump the Pro Box by hand. Always want to check your Pro Boxes for gravel, because then that'll get in your planter and plug it. Don't want that. Just faster, way faster. just don't fall off the ladder. And we're loaded. So before we get started, we need to fill up with the government juice. Hopefully we can reach it. Someone parked in the way. All right, we're juiced up. I got Dad's cameras to him. They're getting ready to take off. Let's go plant some wheat. Now, hopefully this works all right. We'll see. That's how our van is supposed to sound. Wonderful.
Hey, afternoon, everyone. We're getting started, late as usual. Had to work on Brian's drill, got it going. A few other things had to work on. We don't get started earlier, seems like. Thought maybe might do beans, but the sun just ain't shining enough to dry them out. So finish this cornfield and maybe beans tomorrow, hopefully, before the rain, shower, whatever we get. Won't be much rain, I'm sure of that. Enough mess up beans, kind of like wheat harvest. So fueled up, greased up, so we got the Gleaner ready to roll. Got this field opened up last night, so turn the mag leader back on, turn the pipe bag on. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and turn my steering on. I remember how to do it. I think it's ready now. I think we'll find out. We got everything else on. There's another button on here we got to get on. Nah, I probably set everything again. I think we got her. I think we got her. This corn has got a lot of fodder to it. Man, there's a lot of fodder to it. It all breaks off. See if you can see it there. We get started. Kind of all breaks off, comes in. A little tough last night, so it's a little brittle this morning, so we'll see what it does. Really bad, probably. I'm on satellite, load up. See how all that fodder, I got my plates opened up pretty good, more than I'd like. Get butt shelling if I open up much more. Getting some now. Sun's out, I'll dry the beans off some.
Let's walk back here. I got a row at, I think this row is just kind of partially plugged up. Turn my fan up a little bit, that should help. Need to get it started empty. Alright, turns out it's not plugged up. We have good airflow. And we're empty. There's Dad and BJ. Jeff just left with the first truck. So that corn is a little wetter. They're taking it up to the dryer. So it is going to get dried, taking it up to the other grain facility. Now it is about 4 miles that way, over by those two big hills over there. And even leaving here, going 4 miles and then 4 miles back in a semi, 4 miles is about 8 minutes. By the time you get up to speed, you're just slowing back down. There's a couple turns in there. Probably an 8-minute drive, be my guess, each way. Still be faster than dumping here. Getting after it. I think there's 60 acres in that field. Hopefully they can finish that and move down to the next one. I sidetracked it a little bit, seeing a squirrel. No, not really, but we have some parts coming for our Horse Avatar, the drill I'm using. Basically this winter we have some work we want to do to it, but they're being delivered today. The truck driver, freight driver, just called Dad, said they'll be there in 10 minutes. So in order to keep them all rolling, I'm gonna run and get those. Plus I'm gonna throw another box of seed in the seed tender so that I can finish this field beside me. Tonight is Mrs. Brown's birthday, so I have about 60 acres I want to plant before I take her out to dinner. So probably going to quit about 6:30, take her to dinner, and then that'll leave about 80 acres here for tomorrow. And then we will have caught the combine. Truck's out there. Didn't have to wait on him, that's good. I figured for sure we would get here and wait on that guy for about 20 minutes. He's waiting on me. So we're gonna use this time to put some more seed in the tender. We have 2 more boxes of that variety we were using this morning. We might as well get those now. I believe we are gonna be a little short on wheat. but I need to get a little bit closer on finishing. Like I said, the combine still has to harvest a few acres of, you know, wheat crop that we're going to do. So got some time, but I think we're going to need about probably 3 or 4 more boxes. All right, back to the drill. There goes Jeff with another one.
Yeah, we about got this field done. Got 6, 7 acres here maybe. Kind of disappointing. This variety, you don't want any more of it. It's got so much fodder to it, tall, and the ears aren't very big at all. It's just a droughty field, but still, the other field there was a different variety, and it was 20 bushel better. It's about the same soil. So it is what it is. So I'd say we'll be done here about half hour. Got another field over the hill there. We might try the bottoms there, see how wet it is. Hopefully tomorrow we'll go to beans. Got a sensor that keeps going off, says slow returns the elevator, but there's nothing wrong with it. I think the sensors probably need adjusted. Probably got too much of a gap, slipped or something maybe, unless the sensor's gone bad. Can't run too awful fast. I run about 3.5, 3 for 6. Like I say, it takes so much fodder in, plugs the head up. Got my stripper plates almost open, too wide really, but close them up and boy, it can't do nothing. Won't feed at all.
Double crops. Could be one of the worst double crops we've had in a long time. Just didn't get any rain at the end, and there just ain't much out there. Been averaging mid 40s to mid 50s on double crops the last few years. It's going to be more like a 20, is my guess. Maybe noticing these little cuts in the ground. Looks like something drug through there. That is from the company that's doing our soil tests. Basically, they take their soil test with a shank. On the back of that little Fendt tractor they've been driving around, it drops down, drags through, gets the sample, automatically puts it in a geotag container, and then they know where that soil test come from. I believe there's one like every 100 feet down through here, or every 150 feet, or something like that. They're half-acre grids, so whatever that comes out to, but if you see the little lines in the field, that just means this field's been soil tested. Now, if you're new to farming or new to farm channels, you may be wondering what is a soil test? So basically, we are getting a test sample, just a little bit of dirt, taking it to a lab. I'm not, the company is taking it to a lab, having it analyzed, and they're telling us how much micronutrients and nutrients are in that soil, and basically telling us what we need to add to grow, better crops and maintain the soil. So the regenerative agriculture is a big buzzword these days. Well, I don't know many farmers who aren't trying to do regenerative agriculture. I mean, we're putting fertilizer back into this ground because we don't want to mine it from all of the nutrients. Then we won't be able to grow anything. That doesn't really make any sense for us. Of course we want to take care of the ground. That's how we make our living. So yeah, that's what that is, just helping us grow the best crop we can. To feed the world and whatnot. Now, I'll be real honest with you, I don't farm to feed the world. I farm because, well, that's what we've always done, and that's what I like doing. I kind of get a kick out of people saying, well, I'm going out to feed the world. Like, that's really not how I think of my job at all. I'm going out to farm because I like farming. It's a fun job. Well, that don't go there. Yeah, that should get us.
Yeah, we're doing this little 6-acre patch here. Pretty dang good corn was corn, but the bank here is kind of still good, but not as good. 16-17% moisture. Shell's a lot easier and doesn't take all the fodder in like that other variety we were doing earlier. The other variety was the channel variety. This is the cow variety here. See the bank here, how it is, but still pretty decent corn right through here. So far, this little field's like 200, over 200, almost 210 bushel. Pretty good for this. Probably the best corn we've had on here for a long time. Probably the best we ever had. Usually the deer's so bad watering down, but it don't look like it's been hurting us too much this year.
Okay, so I need to fill up the drill with some seed. After that, I'm gonna take Mrs. Brown out for her birthday. Dad and BJ are still rolling. They just finished this 60 acres. I heard them talking on the radio where they're going next, so hopefully they make a big dent in some corn today. That way they can pick up my slack.
Yeah, that's all we're gonna do here in this field. BJ's going up. He's got enough to load that truck. I'm gonna clean the head off here. That field's same corn as we did up there, but it's altogether different. Where it's dry, not much, but down there along the ditch in that bank over there, it's 26% too wet, but it's good corn. So that variety takes good ground, I guess, moisture. So I'm gonna get out and clean this thing off here. That's gonna be it for the night, looks like. Well, just BJ Hard said that the front tire on the tractor's gone down, so I don't know. It was leaking on the bead before. We've put a lot of air in it, so I don't know. Just going down or what, or got something in or what. And my band extensions won't go down. Thought we got them fixed, but when I put them up there today, I had to get up there and pull them up. Now it won't go down, so I don't know. I'll give her a look, see. Yeah, we're going back in the shed, hoop building here. Couldn't get it down, so I had to do for now. And Brian must be gonna leave the drill set there. He took Kate out for supper, her birthday, and BJ put the tractor up, and I guess the tar got it up here on the level and it looked okay, so tar's okay, we think, hopefully. The only thing wrong with the bed extension won't go down, so I give her a look at it before we move, but we'll just leave there for now, because we'll probably do corn if it rains again. And I'll do beans tomorrow with my combine, hopefully.